Hello friends, and welcome to today's video where we're going to talk about Treasure's Reboot album. And because this album is 10 songs, we're going to jump right into it and get into how this is going to work. I'm going to run through the track list, give you my thoughts on each song, and then I'm going to give this album a score out of 10 at the end. However, I do have some disclaimers before we continue. Disclaimer number 1, this album just came out, so with the exception of the pre-release, I'm one less in it, and my opinions on all of these songs very much may change over time. Second disclaimer is, of course, my standard one. Everything I say in this video is just my opinion. You do not have to agree with my opinion because, as the mug always says, music is subjective, and that is great. Okay, now that we have all of that out of the way, we can get started. And first up, we have the title track, Bona Bona. And I'm gonna kill someone. I'm gonna commit violence. I'm gonna commit crimes because this song was like an inch away from being amazing. Let's start with what I liked though. The verses were great. I prefer the first one, admittedly. I prefer the vocal verse over the rap verse 9 times out of 10, but the raps in the second verse were fine too. The pre-chorus, meanwhile, is exceptional. It's incredible. It's so good you don't understand. And the bridge is an experience, at least until the beat drops, which subsequently brings the bridge down by a lot. Which brings me to my issue. The chorus, specifically the background music in the chorus. I hate it. It's awful. It's loud. It kills the song for me, and I can't stand it. Big picture, this could have been Treasure's best title. It really could have. Like, until the chorus, it was well on its way to being an icon of their catalog, and I still consider the first minute of this song some of Treasure's best work. But the chorus kills the song. That said, Treasure's catalog of titles isn't the best, if you ask me. I don't mean that to be mean. I've been a Treasure stan since they debuted, but it could be better. Which means that in spite of the fact that this song, I have issues with it, it's still like top 3 Treasure titles. So I might have to Stockholm myself into liking it, but we shall see. On to the next song, which is also my favorite song, I Want Your Love. And this is what the title should have been. Like, this is what I wanted from Bona Bona, and by that I mean the chorus is actually good. But let's get into the song. Right off the bat, the verses are excellent. I feel like Hyunsuk has 2 versions of his rapping style, right? He has version number 1, which is a Hyunsuk original, and then there's version number 2, where he's essentially just Bobby from iKON. And in this song, he's in version number 2, but I prefer version number 2, so I'm not going to complain. The pre-chorus is also great, if you were wondering, and the bridge is amazing too. The chorus, meanwhile, actually hits. It actually works, and I actually liked it, and it doesn't kill the song, which I personally appreciate. Next up is Run, and for those who are unaware, for those who might be new here, I'm weak for punk pop. I am. Punk pop is my weakness. It is my kryptonite. And if this song had been fully punk pop, I would have been obsessed. Unfortunately, the second verse is just a bit of a vibe shift that kind of ruins the punk poppiness. And also the pre-chorus, it slows it down a little too much. It messes with the flow of the song, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. That said, I loved the chorus. Have you ever aggressively headbanged to a song at 6:24 in the morning? Because I now have. As a whole, though, like, this is a good song, don't get me wrong. I just wish they committed to the punk pop because I would have been losing my entire mind. Next, we have the pre-release single, the T5 song, The Move. And we must, of course, address the obvious. I've heard this song. I've heard this song a good few times. I have seen this music video Lord knows how many times, and I definitely wasn't watching it for the song. There's only one part of the song that I don't really like, which is the background music. I think this exact same song in every single way, just with some slightly different background music, would have been an absolute moment, because the background music we got, it's not awful. It's good for the most part, but it could have been better. That said, I do enjoy the rest of the song. The verses are good, the pre-chorus is excellent, and once you get past the background music, the chorus is good too. Also, the bridge is such an experience. Like, it's so pretty until the beat drops. That part I don't like whatsoever. I just think, hear me out, I think they should have leaned more into the sexy vibes, because this song, again, I watched the music video a lot, and it wasn't for the song. And I feel like if they switched up the background, like this background music doesn't give sexy. It gives loud and obnoxious. If they toned it down, think like Astro's roleplay, right? Like that type of vibe. I think that would have worked really well here, but whatever. It's fine. I still like the song we got, so it's not that deep. Next is another unit song, which is Goat featuring Lee Young-hyun. And this is the rap unit song, which, as a longtime 17 fan, gave me some fear. Because in my experience, I've heard several groups do a rap unit song at this point in my life. And they usually go one of two ways. Let's call them Route A and Route B. Route A is that the raps are actually good, and it's a good song. Route B is that they use really, really loud raps to seem like their raps are good. Thankfully, this song went with Route A. The background music is doing a lot of heavy lifting for this song. It's funky, but it slays so well, and their raps work really well with it. Like, they flow perfectly with the background music. It's just overall a really fun song. As for the feature, Miss Lee Young-hyun, I thought she was going to do the chorus. I have a thing for rap songs with a really good vocal chorus. They can be a moment. I'm actually glad that's not what we got. I think what we got works a lot better for Treasure, but she doesn't come in until the bridge. Like, most of the song, she's not there, and then she comes in, and she does fine, but if you ask me, I don't really think she needed to be here. Anyway, next is Stupid, and we must address another of my weaknesses, which is guitar. I'm weak for a nice guitar, and this song, it takes a nice guitar, mixes it with some punk pop elements, and I am contractually obligated to just love this song. And I do. I loved this song. Both the verses and the pre-chorus are really good, but they stay toned down and chill. They really go with the nice, low-key guitar vibes. The chorus, though, that's another story. This chorus goes off, and I loved it. I was jamming my heart out to this chorus. I'm obsessed. Also, I'm giving Yoshi credit for this song's slayfulness, because I kind of like Yoshi. He's one of the members I like more, let's say. And he, like, other people worked on the song, I know, but there were only 2 people who did the background music, and he's one of them, so I'm giving him credit. Moving on, our next song is The Way To, and this is another unit song. We have a vocal line song, and it's gorgeous. From the first second, I was a little bit enthralled because I'm also weak for piano. I have a lot of weaknesses, but this time we blame one of the besties. The besties play piano, like specifically this one bestie plays piano really well and always has, so I blame her for my love of piano. But piano aside, this song's a ballad and it's stunning. I feel like Treasure vocals, for a variety of reasons, don't really get to shine as much in a lot of their songs. And I'm really glad they just took the main vocals, shoved them in a ballad, and said go off, because they did. Although I must of course point out, if you're not a ballad person, you're not going to like this song. I feel like ballads have a weirdly polarizing factor within K-pop, because there are people who like them, and there are people who can't stand them. And as someone who likes them, I thought the song was beautiful. However, I am aware of the fact that there are people who hate them. To them, I will simply say, skip this song. You don't have to complain that there shouldn't be ballads in K-pop. Next, Wonderland. It's fun. It's fun. I liked it. It's a pretty standard pop song, I will admit. However, as a pop girly, I'm not going to complain about that. The best part of the song, if you ask me, is definitely the background music. It's fun, and it's summery, and I was really into it. Plus, Hyunsuk here is in Bobby version, like he's in his Bobby mode, and I consider that a win. I really have nothing else to say about this song. It's good though. I'd recommend it. We have reached the penultimate song, which is Bomb, and I will admit, I will concede, this is not the vibes I was expecting from a song called Bomb. I was expecting something more along the lines of Jijin's chorus. However, what we got is not that. We actually got a really nice and really chill pop song. The background music is once again eating in every way, but this time it's even better, and the song as a whole is just really good. Okay, last but not least, we have Lovesick, and honestly, it's cute. Like, it's chill summer vibes. It's giving vibing on the beach with friends, and I was feeling it. Also, this is the one song Asahi worked on, and for those who didn't watch my last Treasure review, I have this theory that Asahi can't miss, and that every song he's worked on has been great, because every song he's worked on has been great, and I've decided he needs to be in charge of Treasure's creative vision instead of Yang Hyunsuk, because that man is a demon from the depths of hell. But my point is, Asahi worked on this song, and the song is good too. On top of all of that, though, this song works really well as a closer. I will one day, I swear one day I will discuss what I want from a closing song. Today's not that day. I will simply say, this song's an excellent closer. It really wraps up the album nicely, and it gets extra credit for that. But that's all I have to say about this album. So with that, it is score time, and overall, I'm giving this album a 9.3 out of 10. This could be Treasure's best album. The only album I like more is, of course, The Second Step Chapter 2. And this album's a lot longer, but there's also more songs on it that I like because it's a lot longer. Like, it's twice the length. But I also like twice the songs. So I think this one's better. Plus, I think this is the first Treasure album with no bad songs, at least bad by my opinions, because every song on this album, the worst one's the title. The worst one's the title, and that one's complex, and every other song is between good to amazing. So yeah, 9.3 out of 10. And that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to comment your thoughts on this album down below. Let me know what your favorite song is. You can also like and subscribe if you want to or don't. I will be okay either way. And if you want to hear more from me, you can follow me on Twitter at s_albumreviews. I'll link that in the description along with every other Treasure review that I've done, so you can check all those out if you so choose. But yeah, thank you again for watching. Bye!